It's not a Longhorn game day at DKR Texas Memorial Stadium without the Texas trifecta, a venerable holy trinity of UT icons that radiate Texas pride. The roar of Smokey the Cannon, the horns of Mighty Bevo,
Bevo's fired up!
And the show band of the Southwest, supersized calling card, Big Bertha.
Big Bertha is one of the most Texas things ever.
One of the most iconic instruments, I think, on the planet.
A really, really big drum.
Everything's bigger in Texas applies to pretty much how we live. So as the Longhorn Band for the flagship school of Texas, we had to get the biggest drum.
And in 1954, Texas found that biggest drum. It belonged to the University of Chicago, but was collecting dust in storage after the Maroons abandoned their football program during World War II. Longhorn Band director Moden Crockett drove up to the Windy City to bring the drum to Austin, but quickly learned of another interested party, Purdue.
Purdue had a giant drum that was built in 1921. There was a long-running debate about which is the biggest drum in the country. Purdue claims to have the largest.
But the Boilermakers wanted to end the debate once and for all.
The president of Conn Music Company said, well, Purdue wants this drum real bad and I don't want them to have it, so I can't give it to you, but I'll sell it to you. Okay, how much is this going to cost me? Mr. Greenleaf said $1.
Moten won out and got the drum, brought it back to Texas, and it's been on the field with the band ever since.
From Austin to Pasadena to London.
Let's get this show on the road!
Big Bertha's career has been well-traveled, but as she approached her 100th birthday in 2022, some signs of aging finally started to show. So the band reached out to Austin-based specialty drum manufacturer A&F Drum Company to assess the situation.
I'm having a beer with the band director. They're having some issues with Bertha. Would you want to come take a look, see if you can help? I said, sure. So I went and looked at the drum, and immediately it was like, okay, the drum's ovaling. That's not good.
The drum is, made of natural materials, wood. So over the years, it has gone out of round a little bit, and there have been repairs made to it.
We would have had to continue servicing it probably after every game.
The decision was made that the centennial anniversary of the drum is coming up. That would be a perfect time to introduce a new drum that could last another 100 years.
They said, hey, maybe it's time to make a new drum. If anybody can do it, A&F can. And I said, whoa, we haven't talked about this. I don't know if we can. The cool thing is, here we are in Austin, right? We're hand making our drums the way Bertha was made 100 years ago. I did a ton of research, figured out we could do it.
We're gonna build the biggest drum in the world, and it's for Texas. So it was an excitement and a fear of, we're gonna make this happen, and we have to make it right.
A new drum also meant a new opportunity to settle a century-old score once and for all.
There's always been a back and forth between us and Purdue about which one is bigger. We always had the claim to the tallest, and they had the claim to the widest. They said, well, we can make you one that's taller and wider than both of them. And that was a go horns go right there.
I wanted it to be metal. I really wanted to tie in burnt orange, the Texas orange, but I first had to figure out how big can we make a drum. And it wasn't about what we could do with the metal, it was about the drum head. Only one company makes a drum head that big, and it's Remo. And what's the biggest head that they could make? 108. That's not big enough. Can you make it bigger? No. Let me talk to somebody else. And about 4 months in, all right, we'll try it. They agreed to make biggest bass drum head ever made, and they won't do it again. That's how I know it's the biggest drum.
The entire operation was kept under wraps for 4 years, with a deadline set to unveil the new drum during the 100th birthday celebration of the original Big Bertha at halftime of a home football game against Iowa State.
It had to happen, but we were like, is it gonna happen? That concern was alive and well every day until we got it. But when they rolled in here with that drum, we were like, okay, we're good.
When we first saw her in the band hall, they had her seated next to old Bertha, and just the size difference was remarkable.
Texas is back with the undisputed biggest drum in the world.
As new Bertha was rolling out to sit alongside original Bertha, there was this like roar of applause. That caught me, because I wasn't ready for that.
The first time I hit the new Big Bertha, it shook my entire body in a way that the old one never did.
I just felt like it was not real. It was something that I had thought about in my head thousands of times, but it was actually happening. So it was an amazing moment.
It was a fitting send-off for a Texas treasure. The original Big Bertha, enjoying a well-earned retirement, now resides in the Texas Athletics Hall of Fame.
It was tough to say goodbye to her.
It was, but I think we've honored her in the way that she'll be able to be enjoyed in the proper context in the Athletics Hall of Fame. So everybody who comes to the game, every game day, they can come by and visit.
We're filming a full documentary that tells the whole story of the original Bertha, the whole story of the new Bertha. It's a really, really big deal to be a part of moving that legacy forward.
It brings a lot of university pride. It's something that you get one time. This crew only gets to bring this drum onto the field and show it to the community. And I think that's something that I won't probably ever forget.
I would love for it to be with the Longhorn Band for another 100 years. And then, you know, maybe they'll have a Big Bertha 3. So no matter what else I do in life, I was the director of the Longhorn Band when we put Bertha in the Hall of Fame and put Bertha 2 on the field.